Today is March 10th, which means that it is Mario Day. And in honor of such a special occasion, I've decided to build my 10 favorite captures from Mario Odyssey in LEGO. Now this list is based purely on which captures I find the most fun to play as. So if you disagree with my list, you're wrong. What do you mean I can't say that? It's my video. I can do whatever I want. Well, if you do disagree with my list, then comment below your own top 10 picks. And on that note, let's begin. In 10th place, we have Glydon. This winged lizard has one goal and one goal only, and that is to glide from the highest places. Glydon was challenging to build as he has very rounded edges. Fortunately, I had enough yellow slopes to make his oval-shaped head. Unfortunately, my LEGO Glydon does not glide very well. Ninth place goes to Moai. Before I even get to the build, who came up with this? I just like to imagine that there was a game developer looking for inspiration for this game when suddenly he came across a photo of the Moai statue heads. And then he was just like, what if they had sunglasses? Anyway, in Mario Odyssey, when you capture one of these, the sunglasses give you the ability to see invisible platforms. I was really happy with how this one came out, and this was probably the one that I had the most fun building for this video. I was especially happy with how his earrings and feet turned out. I used these pieces for his toes, and I'm honestly surprised with how well they worked. In 8th place, we have Yoshi. Yoshi's a classic. And in Mario Odyssey, you don't ride Yoshi, you become Yoshi. As usual, he has his flutter jump and he can eat enemies, but he can also use his tongue to stick to walls for a delayed wall jump. I used the official LEGO Yoshi for this build and just added Mario's hat to the top. So if you'd like to make your own Mario Odyssey capture, this is an easy one to do. 7th place goes to the Uproot. This watermelon with stretchy legs fulfills the dreams of all men under 6 foot by stretching its legs to reach previously unreachable areas. I got to use a cool piece while building this guy. If we take off these pieces here, you can see that all the sides are held together using a die from the LEGO game series. The die allowed me to easily build in all directions without using a ton of pieces. In 6th place is the Coin Coffer. This sentient money bag gives you coins just for capturing him. Unfortunately though, the only way he can attack is by spitting your hard-earned coins at your enemies. This build was relatively simple. The only difficulty was that I don't have very many of these lime green pieces, so I had to be very resourceful with them. Beginning our top 5, we have the OG minion, Goomba. In Mario Odyssey, once you capture a Goomba, you can jump on the head of another Goomba and control both of them. You can duplicate this process until you have a giant tower of Goombas. Once you have your tower of angry mushrooms, you can usually find Goombettes, who will give you a power moon for reaching new heights. Then, you can stomp on all the Goombas for extra coins. Number 4 is the T-Rex. You knew he had to make this list. Why is there a realistic looking dinosaur in a Mario game? I don't know, but it's awesome. As you can see, there was no spot on his head for Mario's hat and mustache to attach to. So, I decided to use some clay. Wait, is that an illegal LEGO building technique? In 3rd place, we have Bowser. You only get to play as Bowser twice in this game, but boy is it fun. You get to just run around the moon, smashing rocks and shooting fire. What's there not to love? I used the Bowser from the Bowser's Castle Boss Battle LEGO set, and just added a mustache and hat. An easy build for an awesome character. 2nd place goes to Pokio. These samurai birds can use their pointy beaks to climb walls, by stabbing their beaks into walls and flinging themselves upwards. This leads to some really fun platforming and makes you feel like a ninja. I thought I didn't have enough lime pieces to make the coin coffer. I had even less pieces in this shade of blue for Pokio. This led to a few edges where you can see some black pieces poking through the build, but I was still happy with this one. I was especially pleased with how his face came out. And in first place, we have the mean green fighting machine. Literally, it's a tank. This tank, appropriately named the Sherm, is the coolest thing in Super Mario Odyssey. The Sherm turns a platformer into a third-person shooter, and best of all, whenever you capture a Sherm, there's always more Sherms to shoot at, resulting in some really fun tank battles. It's awesome. To be honest, the only difficult part with building this is that for a tank, it's kind of small, so I had to be very picky about which details I included in the final build. And that concludes my top 10 Super Mario Odyssey captures built in LEGO. Which one of these was your favorite? Were there any captures you think that should have made the list? I had a ton of fun making these, and if you have any other ideas for video games or movies, or anything else I should build in LEGO, feel free to comment that below as well. I'd like to thank my patrons, Ken Evers, Trajan Robotham, Tess Bloyer, and TJ for supporting my channel, and thank you so very much for watching. Once again, Happy Mario Day, and remember, God is good.